Schoony's art is very much inspired or about what's happening in the world at the time. When he gets his idea, the boy soldier, for instance, is very much about war, which we all know very much about, and a lot is happening. The butterfly kiss is inspired by his wife. The bruiser panel literally is just a fantastic idea born from Schoony, and obviously being a very artistic person, these are the ideas he comes up with, and he has many ideas. I mean, it's just incredible.
I like Schoony's art because it's unusual, and it always conjures up feelings from people. You either like it or you don't like it, but there's no in between with Schoony's art.
I'm a huge fan of Schoony's work. Not only is it relevant, it links to many current affairs, but on the flip side, it's extremely intricate in terms of detail, and the time and effort that he puts in is amazing.
What's great about it is Schoony said to me, I'm so glad it's going to a good home because you genuinely love it. But it used to sit in my... When I first got it home, that piece of art, it was kind of uncomfortable because this is a small boy, as you know, and holding a grenade, and it's like a new member of the family enters your house. I know this is quite deep, but you've got to get used to having a new member of the family in the house. And my kids kept on looking at it and thinking this is strange, and it's had such an impact in my house. Everyone who enters it, it's the thing that they focus on. It's just an amazing piece of art, really. People come in and go, I don't like it, it's freaking me out, it's weird. People come in and go, I love that, that's absolutely amazing. But people kept touching it. So eventually I built a case, and now it sits pride of place in my lounge, and it's got in a case up high. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I've got quite a lot of art, but it's the one piece of art that everybody wants to talk about and everybody has an opinion on. About 3 years ago, I went to a charity ball, and I saw one of Schoony's soldier boys, but he was dressed up differently. He was dressed up in, and I was familiar with the soldier boy, but he was dressed up as Max from Where the Wild Things Are, and I just fell in love with it. So when it came to the auction, I bid away, and I got it 3 years ago, and I became friends with him then, and I've sort of been looking at his art ever since, and yeah, I love it.
Woodbury House for us was a no-brainer, to be honest with you. When we met Steve and the guys there, Michael, Kat, they really took us in they accelerated where we was going no end. Literally every day they're doing something new. Their PR is amazing, their ideas are amazing. Steve, he will call me 3, 4, 5 times a day with a direction he wants to go in or an idea. Very innovative, very sharp, on the ball. Just literally really do take it out of the box, and a great company to work for, very professional.
Woodbury House is an art distribution company. We also handle a small amount of private sales and work with a vast array of different artists, namely Retna, legendary graffiti artist Days, the godfather of street art Richard Hamilton, and also Mario Testino. Woodbury House represents and distributes blue chip art to the mass market. I've always been an avid collector of art for many years. I remember a time where I was asked many questions anytime I would go to galleries, usually the same. Can you afford it? Maybe judge slightly. And then when the opportunity arose to really get involved, I wanted to disrupt the art world and do things slightly differently. There's nothing like buying a new piece of art, sourcing it, deciding exactly where you want it to go. The feeling is extremely satisfying. At Woodbury House, we simply want to put as many eyes in front of good art and have the same connection that we're fortunate enough to have on a daily basis. At Woodbury House, over the last 3 to 4 years, we've been extremely fortunate to work with a vast array of different artists. And when the Schoony opportunity came around, we felt like we should grab it with both hands. When working with any new artist, we ask ourselves a few different questions. Number one, do we like the work? Number two, are we happy to work with the team? And then third, and most importantly, what is the message? And in terms of Schoony, his message is extremely compelling.
Schoony is, I've known Schoony for a long time, over 20 years. He's a very normal, down-to-earth guy. He's hard-working. He really doesn't particularly like cameras, doesn't particularly like the limelight. What he loves is art. He likes producing art, creating art, sculpting art. That really is his whole background. His family are very well known in the film industry, and they've all worked in the film industry for a long time. And basically he's worked on films like Rambo, he's worked on Kick-Ass, he's worked on Black Hawk Down, to name a few. It just goes on and on. They're very well renowned in the film industry, and he took basically the techniques they use to mould and to finish and to do the prosthetics. They brought that forward, and he's used that in his art, and that is why his art, if you are lucky enough to have a piece of his art, or you've seen his art, you'll see the intricacy and how delicate it is, and how it's just so lifelike and real in some instances. Croydon Council have celebrated Schoony by having a boy soldier coming out of the wall in the middle of the town centre. So there's many more big exciting things to come. Schoony's clients they range drastically. So we go to art car boot fairs where you've got people waiting from 5 o'clock in the morning. We don't start till 11. You've then got investors that are looking to purchase from Schoony. We get inundated with emails from all different walks of life, people that just love his work. And then we've got a slightly different section which are VIP celebrity type clients that are well documented as taking his art, and it's just such a massive range of people. He really wants everyone to enjoy his art. He wants everyone to be able to buy it. He doesn't want to price anyone out of his art. He wants everyone to enjoy it.
I never buy art to make money. I only buy art that it's sit in my house and I enjoy looking at it, and hopefully other people enjoy looking at it. I just think with Schoony's art, it is that thing which every piece I've got of his, people react to it, which is why it's important to me. Though I must admit, I do every now and then see celebrities buying his art and think, yay, the price is going up. but I could never sell it, so it's going to stay there forever. It's going to be passed through the family. What's interesting about the piece I've got of Schoony's, the Soldier Boy, is when you think about buying art, you think about buying prints or paintings, and that's generally what I bought. Stuff which goes on the wall is kind of a really strange thing to buy. I don't even know what you call it, an art thing, an urban sculpture. I don't know what you'd call the Soldier Boy, but it's really strange to buy something which exists. It's 3D, it's not a flat project, it's not a flat piece of art. And that's the really strange thing about it. It's quite a fulfilling thing to buy something which isn't just hang on the wall. It's kind of a nice feeling to go, I've got something which you can actually see and touch if you wanted to.